When I took office, the police chief had just been indicted for corruption. Wasn't my police chief, but I had an acting police chief for a period of time. So I needed to do something quickly about the department. So I brought in two different acting police chiefs. One of them had just took I think it was a 60-day leave of absence from his job. That was Charlie Gain. He was the chief down in Oakland. He was a real hard-nosed guy, and he fired several people and really did an excellent job of first cut of kind of cleaning things up. There was very pervasive corruption in the department at that time. They were a number of the police officers. They had a system where they took money on the beat for overlooking certain activities, and it passed up through the sergeant and passed on up through the. It turned out one of the captains, so it was quite pervasive. The second police chief I brought in, again, for just a short period of time, was Ed Toothman. I don't remember where he was from. And then finally brought in Frank Moore, was acting for almost a year. And then he was called before the grand jury, and it was just not possible to appoint him. I would have appointed him had that not happened, because he was from inside the department, and I felt really was doing an excellent job of cleaning the department up. Then finally I appointed George Tilch, who was a chief from a small California city, which I don't recall, who just didn't understand our city at all. And he left. He resigned after about a year and a half. I frankly don't recall what the Black Panther interaction was with any of those chiefs. I don't think that it came to my attention that they were particularly unhappy with any of them. Their main focus during that time was to try to deal with the internal problems in the department rather than the external. And I don't know that any of them were particularly, it's not my personal knowledge, any of them were particularly a problem for the local Black Panthers.
Were there issues of surveillance, and it sounds like there was?
Well, it's commonplace.
Right.
In that era, across the United States, there were issues of surveillance, and it was commonplace in our department. As a matter of fact, we actually ended it, and I was criticized for that. But that was just done. During the Larry Ward shooting, it came out that the Seattle Police Department had, in fact, information of which they had achieved by means that would not now today be condoned.